Today we have the 2017 Ford Edge Sport. It was pretty windy outside, so I'm going to start this video from inside the vehicle. This is the top of the line Ford Edge with the 2.7 liter EcoBoost twin turbo engine. And what we have here is a fully equipped Edge Sport. So it has every feature that is available for an Edge right now. We'll start here. We have lane keeping system. These buttons right here are active park assist. And then it has a front camera as well with different views. Excellent feature to use if you're pulling out of a tight parking spot or pulling into a tight parking spot, as well as pulling out on a heavy trafficked road and maybe you have limited visibility. Now in 2017 the Ford Fusion Sport came out as well, and it has the same engine as this Ford Edge Sport, although the Fusion has 325 horsepower versus 315 in the Edge. The Fusion has 380 pound-feet of torque versus 350 in the Edge. So kind of surprised that they didn't up the horsepower from the 2015 and 16 Ford Edge. But however, we're gonna take it for a drive here, because the main thing about the Ford Edge Sport is obviously the engine. Transmission is 6-speed select shift transmission with sport mode. Basically all sport mode does is sharpen up the throttle response. Nothing really happens with the suspension components or anything. It's mainly the throttle response. Edge Sport definitely has good pickup. It's not a race car or anything. I did a 0 to 60 in this last year. I think it was about 6.1 seconds. And I have a separate video if you're interested in seeing that 0 to 60 video. You can see that in the top right corner of your screen. Now we also have paddle shifters on the back of the steering wheel here, but they are in all Fords. They're very slow to respond. I mean, they're not super slow, but they're not fast enough to make you feel like, okay, it shifts quicker than the regular automatic transmission mode does. So like for me in my Ford Fusion, I never use them, because for me to use them, I feel like, you know, the shift times has to be considerably quicker. Otherwise they're just kind of in the way, in my opinion. Now this specific Edge Sport that we're in here today is in black, and it also has the optional 21-inch rims, which are in a, I would say, like a faded black color. So the exterior look of this Edge Sport is very nice in my opinion. It looks best when it's black on black with these black 21-inch wheels. Seats in the Edge are also very comfortable. It's partial Alcantara and leather interior, both for the front and the back. And of course we're stuck behind this thing here, but I'm about to turn out on the highway anyway, so hopefully he's going in a completely different direction than I am, which he is. Now most of the sound that you hear from inside the vehicle is induction noise. So it has a 2.7 liter V6, and it being a V6 is obviously nice for sound, but exterior noise is non-existent for the Edge Sport, unfortunately. Sounds good from inside here, but now induction noise is mainly obviously induction noise from the engine out of, you know, the speakers surrounded in the car. I doubt that the engine sounds the way it makes it sound inside the car, but it's better than nothing. It's one thing that I feel that Ford is lacking in their vehicles, except for, say, you know, obviously a Mustang GT350, which sounds phenomenal, but that is a flat plane crank V8. This is a pretty small V6 if you look at displacement. It's 2.7. Exhaust sound from any of the Fords except for Mustangs are not very good. The Edge gets up to speed pretty quick, although obviously it could always have more power. As I mentioned in the beginning of the video, they could have given it the extra 10 horsepower and extra 30 pound-feet of torque. That would not hurt at all. I did a full review of a 2016 Ford Edge Sport last year, and it's pretty much identical to this one. It was a black one with the black 20-inch or 21-inch wheels as well. Now for 2017, there hasn't really been any major upgrades for the Ford Edge lineup. Just minor things like the key fob now looks different. It's the same as the Fusions. I mean, that's minor stuff. And then there's some new exterior colors you can pick, and some older colors that are now discontinued, such as Too Good to Be Blue, Bronze Fire Metallic. New colors are Burgundy Velvet, Blue Jean Metallic, and so on. So nothing really has changed from 2016 to 17. Now with this being fully equipped as well, you also get Bliss blind spot information system. You have a light that illuminates on each side mirror every time someone's in your blind spot. You have heated and cooled seats. We have a heated steering wheel. It's extremely cold outside today in Pittsburgh, so I've had the heat on here and it's getting kind of hot. This one has navigation. Obviously, it has the Sync 3 infotainment system, which is excellent.
Please say a command.
Temperature 74 degrees.
Did you say 74 degrees?
Yes.
Setting temperature to 74 degrees. Please say a command.
Frank Sinatra.
Tuning to Frank Sinatra.
Casts a spell over me.
So yeah, the Sync 3 infotainment system is excellent. There's about 1,000 voice commands that you can pick. I use about 5 or 6 in my car. There's so many of them, but the main ones I use is climate, obviously, and then changing a radio station or something like that, like making a phone call, something simple. So it's designed for you to never really have to take your hands off the wheel in a Ford. So when it comes to the class that Ford is in and the price ranges that it has for its models, the technical features that you get in a Ford is definitely up to par. We have plenty of storage space in the Edge as well. You have a big cubby up here, and then storage compartment in the middle here. Obviously in the doors, and then we'll take a look at the trunk as well, where you have plenty of cargo space. Stereo system is a 390 watt Sony stereo system. It does a good job. However, it's a nice upgrade now for the 2018 Ford Expedition. Ford is leaving the Sony brand, and they're getting a Harman Kardon sound system instead. Now we have LED signature lighting for the fog lights, if I can still call them that, and HID headlights. We have full LED tail lamps, and I have to say it again, it just looks so good in black, the Ford Edge Sport. This is definitely the way that I would spec an Edge if I had it myself. My buddy Brian actually has a car that is identical to this vehicle right here, but it is the 2016 that I reviewed last year. Now we're gonna head up this windy road here and see how the Ford Edge handles. It sits pretty good on the road. Even though it has 21-inch wheels on it, there is some body roll. The Edge is a crossover, so obviously it sits on a unibody frame, which helps out. But this is in no way an SUV that you would take to the track and break lap records with. Not that it's intended for that purpose at all. I mean, this is still a Ford, it's a family vehicle, it's just their sportier version of it. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this POV drive / review of the 2017 Ford Edge Sport. If you have any additional questions, please leave a comment in the comments section below, and I'll do my best to answer them. And if this is your first time stopping by the channel and you haven't already, please subscribe. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. Until next time, bye-bye.